Good evening. The students are protesting. It began at Columbia University in New York and it spread across the U.S. and now here into Canada. A student encampment sprung up on the campus of McGill University over the weekend and it's growing. The protesters are demanding that McGill divest from investments that support Israel. Like this afternoon, the university issued a statement saying discussions with the protesters had failed and that it cannot tolerate any anti-Semitic rhetoric. Now, Matt, the university says at last resort it might have to turn to police.
That's right, Mitsumi. And in that statement that you just referenced, McGill says it's moving on to efforts to de-escalate before moving to steps that involve police assistance. Now, throughout the day, protesters and organizers here at this encampment said they won't leave until their demands are met, and it doesn't matter what lies ahead, they plan to stick this one out. The protesters here claim that McGill is investing in companies that support Israel, and they want the university to divest from those investments from Israel. They also feel as though human rights are being violated in Gaza, and they want that to stop. Now, this encampment is right by the Roddick gates. There are approximately 50 tents set up, maybe a little more. They are enclosed. Those tents are enclosed within a gate, and we cannot access the tents. But a lot of people have been spending time outside of the gates, chanting support for Palestinian people. Now, in its statement, McGill also said it saw evidence of appalling and anti-Semitic rhetoric and behaviors from some people at the encampment. The university says it cannot tolerate this, but many here are refuting those claims.
We have been accused of this for the past 7 months in every rally and every action that we do. And we have, since the beginning, we've made it very clear that our rules are very strictly against anti-Semitism.
We will stay until our demands are met. We will defend the encampment. We believe it is our right to be doing this, and we will stay until the demands are met, and the movement does seem to be growing.
Now, Matt, you spoke to a Jewish student who says that she did experience an incident yesterday.
That's right, Mitsumi. And just for some context here, we'll show you a video in just a few moments that shows a confrontation between a group of Jewish students and protesters from the encampment.
Leave Palestine alone and go back to Europe.
So we spoke with a Jewish McGill student who does not want to be named or identified and who was present yesterday during this confrontation. The student says Jewish students came here, they wanted to have a peaceful discussion with protesters, but instead, she says, they were insulted by this group and they were told by protesters to go back to where they came from.
We were met with intimidation. We were told to go back to where we came from. We were told that we were terrorists. We were told that Zionists are racist. They did not welcome any conversation. They refused to speak to us. Not safe at all. I was actually tearing up a little bit walking down.
So this Jewish student still very much shaken up by what happened. She met us here on campus to tell us her story. Now, an important development, we are getting word here that some students are planning legal action. Lawyer Neil Oberman says he is representing some McGill students who are seeking a provisional injunction against the protesters in this encampment and the university administration. He would not specify, though, how many students he is representing. Mitsumi?
Thanks very much, Matt. And that's Matt Grillo at McGill University.